And that's not the only tribute that has a lot of people debating. This next clip circulated on socials this week. It's one snippet from a much longer performance of a theater piece called Harriet Tubman, Love Slave. I want to play it for you. And heads up, if you're watching right now with kids, it's not graphic or anything, but be prepared to possibly have to explain to them what's happening here.
Baby, I'm back. Baby, I'm back. Baby, I'm back. What? I am back. Baby, I'm back. Back, 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 back. Baby, I'm back. Back, 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 back.
Yeah, so I never really thought I'd say this, but that is Harriet Tubman twerking. The creator and producer of Harriet Tubman, Love Slave says people are seeing and sharing this short clip are missing a message actually rooted in history. And Terrell M. joins us now. Terrell, thank you for being with me. And I told you during the break, I did something that a lot of people who are commenting online have not done. I watched it on YouTube, watched the performance. And we meet Harriet Tubman as a young woman. Actually, she's not even Harriet Tubman yet. She's Araminta Ross, meeting John Tubman. So talk to me about the setting and the period. Fill out the picture that led to what we saw there.
Yes, so thank you so much for having me, Mr. Blackwell. When I started Harriet Tubman Love Slave, my cousin sent me a viral trend that was going around about 2024 saying Harriet Tubman was not real. She was made up by the US government. That got me into looking, how do we present Harriet Tubman and all the elements of Black culture in 2026? Just as your last guest said, enslaved stories, enslaved American stories are important. And as we see, as the slavery exhibitions in Philadelphia are being taken down, it's important that we keep these stories relevant. So I approached Harriet Tubman Love Slave when I read about Harriet Tubman's first marriage to John Tubman, where she was enslaved and he was born free. Both of them trying to safeguard freedom, her gain it, him safeguard his freedom. The institution of slavery was in the way of their love. I saw a story that was relevant today. We could replace slavery with deportation, mass incarceration, these huge systems that get in the way of love. I wanted to present Harriet Tubman in 2026 to an audience who thought she wasn't real via TikTok. So what did I do? I put it in rap, which is today's oral storytelling. And I took dances that were rooted in Western African and Central African. Mapuka is the dance, which we know today as twerking, and incorporated it in this piece. Harriet Tubman is tied to that lineage, as all Black Americans are.
And so for people who may first be concerned about the rap or hip hop, I mean, Hamilton won how many Tonys by doing the same thing of telling their stories? So that kind of undercuts that. But let me ask you about this. For the people who say that this specific clip that they see of Harriet Tubman twerking, called the depiction disrespectful, dishonorable, totally offensive, and that there's a degree of reverence that she deserves, you say to those critics what?
I say, to whom is this disrespectful? And the answer that I constantly get back to me, right, to that person who's saying it. So oftentimes this is something rooted in an image that we've seen Harriet Tubman as our savior, what she is. We've seen Harriet Tubman post 27. My play looks at the first 27 years of her life, right? Before she had to free 70 to 80 people on 14 missions, she had to free herself. She had to free herself from a marriage to a man who told her, I would tell on you if you keep asking me to escape with you. She came back to find him, just as you see in that scene. He was nowhere to be found. He told her, I'm remarried to a free woman. So what I say to folks is, as you see something online, it can be posted or taken out of context. It's important, I am a graduate of USC Annenberg School of Communications and Journalism, where we're taught to do investigation and interrogation when something piques our curiosity. So that's what I say to folks. I say, do see the show in its full context. We've made it available so that the answers that folks need are there, but also we're here, right? We saw Harriet Tubman as someone who, like many Black women, have led crusades to save people. Yeah. However, at some point in her life, she needed love and she was looking for love.
Yeah, I will read this as we wrap up here. You wrote that Harriet Tubman, love slave, says, F you to slavery, to respectability politics, and to the erasure of Black intimacy and agency. It asserts boldly autonomy where there was once ownership and voice where there was once silence. Terrell Green, thank you so much for being with me. Harriet Tubman, Love Slave will be playing in Los Angeles the last week in February. Again, I appreciate the conversation.